Oh, sorry guys. Okay, I had to restart the Streamlabs. Hi there, hi Gail, hi Al. Oh no, I'm not on. Hold on, I've got to get to the live because I'm not there. Hello, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, wherever else we are. YouTube, of course. Let me see where I am. I think I'm here. Nope, that's the next one. We're here. And for some reason, my chat doesn't show up how it should in my...
Running a small business.
Yep, there I have to go over here to like...
Takes grit and hustle.
Sorry,
but you don't...
I add on my video. All right, let me go to live chat. Okay, we're going to continue where we left off. Hello, Linda. Kevin Leonard, hi. Captain Lee fan. And Batman, how are you? Let me just pull up where we were last night. Hopefully I left my thing there. I'll have to just pull it up again. And I do have to do something real quick, extremely quickly. And you won't even, no, it's going to be so quick. I just have to, somebody asked me to send something. And I have to send it. How do I, let me see something. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just have to send something to someone. And I want to acknowledge the people who have donated to the legal fund. And I'm sorry that I getting the thank yous. That's what I'm just like, I'm running around. Thank you again to Julianne Gonzalez for her bid on the blanket that Sandy so graciously donated. Thank you to Elle for bidding on the swan. We appreciate that. That all goes to the legal fund. And recent donations we have from, let me see who this is. I have to get to the, which way does it show? Because I see everybody's real name and I don't want to give someone's real name if they have it as anonymous. So let me go to what it looks like. This way. Okay. Gail B., thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate it very much. Anonymous, and anonymous, and anonymous, and anonymous. Thank you very much for your donations. So that was anonymous, 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 anonymous. And I know you're not anonymous because I thank you. And the 1, 2, 3, the fourth anonymous, I was shocked to see your name, pleasantly shocked. I appreciate that very much. Shoot me an email, okay? Shoot me an email. I appreciate it very much. And then Catherine Ruff, and then Anonymous. So thank you very much for your very generous donations. We appreciate it a lot. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. And let me just, since I've got to send somebody this one attachment, I'll do this super quick. So sorry, but while we're waiting for everybody to get in, I hope you had a good day. Okay. And what was I going to do over here? Oh, I know. Yep, this one. Okay, got it. So I just had to send this to someone. So I'm all done now. All right, now let me just pull up the document and we'll get going. Let's see. Jana, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go on to, we were at, let me see, February, no, keep going. Let me tell you something else that I learned today, that believe it or not, remember when we talked about Jana and her sister-in-law having to go out and buy a dress and all and clothing for Crystal to wear for her funeral, for her burial, for her cremation? That was because when they went to the house to go look for her dresses, they were gone. They were gone. They could find some hoodies and jeans, but he had packed up clothing. Gone already. And this is days after. So, yeah. I just want to get to let me see, is this where we are? Yeah. I think this is part 2. Yeah. Okay. So, hello, Debbie D and Bucky Ann. And hi, Jana. How are you? Okay, so let's... Margot, hello there. I don't know if I missed anybody else. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want to hold up anything, so I'm just going to go back to where we were. Okay, we went over the GoFundMe. We can't do that stuff. Okay, we went over those. I should have wrote down the page we were on, yep. We'll get it. Okay, thinking that Nielsen we went over. I know we went over that as much as we could. Let's see. Coroner's records, the firearm. Oh, let me ask you something else, Jana. So though the firearm was in her right hand, you're making the assumption it was shot with her left hand and put into her right hand by the way the bullet traveled, right? The way the bullet entered. Is that correct? We had a question about that. I just want to make sure. I believe that's the case. Okay, so local news station. We were in November. Let's see here. Okay, did we? I'm just wondering. Maybe somebody remembers. Key points to mention. That was the news case, and we did do that, and I think so. We ended with, I believe, Tony's friendship with Heather Irby. We went over that, definitely. And I believe that's where we left it last night, and I think we are on document 4. Yes, we are. Document showing Mr. Jones's narcissistic behavior near the day of death, both before and after. These include documents from phone records, internet searches, and social media posts. Many of these documents were obtained from the laptop that Mr. Jones willingly gave me and provided the password for on February 20th, 2023. Social media posts are all public. Okay, so let me see the first exhibit. I'm going to pull this over. Okay, so this is Tony and the flowers, but this is Tony's in the gray, right? The flowers that should have cost $1,600 only ended up costing $872. The lady at the flower tree went above and beyond when I called to pick things out. Oh, okay, that was nice of her. Did Crystal have a P.O. box in West Carroll? No. Did she have a lockbox of any kind? Not that I'm aware of. Wasn't sure if she kept all of her important paperwork in a lockbox. He asks, are you looking for something in particular? Okay, let me put this over there. Next text. Okay, just going through a million thoughts of where she could have put anything. She never told me if she did. Have you looked in Mason's truck? Mason has his truck. His room? She has a small safe with birth certificates in it. What are you looking for? A note. I looked everywhere. Haven't found one. Looked, my bad. One day, I'll give up on finding it. Just don't know when that day will be. She had a black laptop that I gave her a couple of years ago. Can I have that? Yeah. I think it's at the karate school. You can have the jewelry box if you want it. Can Scott and I swing by after we leave Monroe and get the laptop this evening? Yes. Okay. Your house or the karate school, or meet you somewhere else. I'll text you when we leave Monroe. I'll be headed there now. Okay, leaving Monroe. And then we went through these before. So these were, she asks him for the password, and then he gives it to her. It's the wrong one. Then he says, I'll get it for you tomorrow. She says, can you think of anything else? He gives her the right one, but then she asks for a password for an old email account. He says, that's old. She hasn't used it in forever. On January 17th, of 2023, just 23 days before Crystal's death, Crystal texted me to tell me that her oldest son, my nephew Corbin, and his fiancée were pregnant with their first child. She was going to be a grandmother to her first biological grandchild. She was elated. Tony's response was not as happy. Crystal expressed to our sister-in-law, Julie McCrory, that Tony's response was, and I quote, just great. That's an added expense when we have to go to New York to see the baby. Julie can be heard discussing this type of verbal abuse that Crystal endured often by Mr. Jones with Sheriff Scott Matthews during our meeting on February 23rd. Okay, and that happened. Then February 13th, 2023, as mentioned in a previous document, Mr. Jones conducted a Google search of what is an appropriate time to date after the death of his spouse, only 4 days after the death of Crystal. And here that is. And only 9 minutes before the start of his first Valentine's Day without her. The Google search was obtained from the laptop that Mr. Jones willingly gave me and provided me the password to. February 14th, please keep in mind the actions of Mr. Jones listed 1 day prior to this day in his internet search history. On this day, his first Valentine's Day without his wife, and only 5 days after her death, Mr. Jones posted a public Facebook status that says, well, made it through the first night at home, wasn't as bad as I thought, hashtag long road ahead. There are no words I can say for this, it speaks for itself. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this over. Okay. February 26th, after learning he would not be getting any actual money from the GoFundMe account because it was all spent on Crystal's services, Mr. Jones logged into Crystal's Facebook and proceeded to block all of his family members from her Facebook page. Mr. Jones did not block us from his Facebook, and that's how I have gathered the majority of this evidence. I attempted to reach out to Meta, the company behind the social media platform, and it is clearly against their policy for a spouse to change anything in the deceased spouse's Facebook account after their death. The policy applies regardless if you're a legacy contact for the account or not. I have yet to receive a response from them, but have not given up on the matter, as those friendships on that social media platform between Crystal, myself, and the rest of our family holds over 10 years of memories, photos, and videos that we no longer have access to due to Mr. Jones's selfish actions. Okay, and this person is unavailable on Messenger. More options showing that she's blocked. Okay, on March 12th, almost as an intimidation tactic, Mr. Jones sent me a screenshot of a text message conversation that he and I had shortly after Crystal's death, where he asked about the remaining balance. You know what? I'm feeling like I did this. I thought we ended with the narcissistic stuff, but wait a second. I'm really feeling like I did this part. Hold on, I did. All right, I think we couldn't do document 5 because of what it's about. Hold on a minute. We did this last night. And wait a second. Let me get to... There's a whole bunch of stuff in here we can't go over, but I definitely did that. I remember that distinctly, talking about that. Does everybody else remember that, about her being blocked on Facebook and then not wanting to give the ashes back and arguing over the GoFundMe? I think you all remember that, right? Okay. So, let's see what we have here. I've got to navigate through some of this stuff here because now remember that Tony was married before. Just know that. Oh, and I told you about the Facebook post. We went over that. That was made showing him in the uniform, right? We went over that. So he was working in the sheriff's office there, in the uniform, and then the post from Crystal. I'm so proud of this guy right here. I've never met anyone so driven, so hardworking, so determined to give me everything 100%, and I'm pretty excited to say he's mine. I sure do love doing life with you, Tony Jones. Okay. And then he put that PSA on Facebook. It said, and all that stuff with Irby. That's when you're finding out that there's a connection with the with Joni and the wife of the lead investigator in the case, Helen Hill Irby, and him saying, just a PSA, if anyone has any questions about what went on or if I'm leaving town, please feel free to contact me and I will answer any questions that you have. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to look at the toxicology too. I just want to see what else I can go through on this document and the timeline before we go through anything else. The TikTok, oh yeah, I don't think we went through these. Hang on, I don't think we did this. This part I don't think we did. Okay. So I showed you where she's blocked. And then they talk about the money. And Mr. Jones shared a TikTok video on his public Facebook with a quote that said, when you destroy somebody's life with lies, you better treat it like a loan. Karma will come back to you and collect with interest. The post insinuated that Mr. Jones had been aware of all of the information and concerns we had brought forth to the West Carroll Sheriff's Office, as we have only spoken to those in the proper chain of command in regards, as we knew the legal litigation would likely happen. So he had posted that. And didn't block them from his accounts. And then there was another, which doesn't show, but it says this right here is fire. This right here is fire. I think he's taking from Gypsy Rose. This right here is fire. Then he posted something else, which was this one. And this was posted on March 21st of 2023, just a few weeks after Crystal's death. And what it insinuates is that he was already in a relationship that probably broke up. Sometimes people need to make you the villain so they can live with what they did to you. This is not a post one would expect to see on social media of someone who unexpectedly lost a wife in such a horrific manner less than 2 months prior. This quote is more of a quote one would expect to see after a breakup in a relationship. On March 22nd, a day later, he shared another post. And this one. It's right here. And this one says, I'm done with mixed signals. If you want me, then show me. If I'm just a fill-in, let me know, because I'm not going to waste my time yet again on someone I thought I could build a future with. So step aside and let someone who actually cares walk into my life. That was on March, what is that, 22nd, is it? I don't know if the dates on this is over here, but just a few weeks after, you know. Then on March 25th, Mr. Jones posted a public Facebook status that stated, in my opinion, some people need to get medication and a life. I'm just saying. Foremost, the statement is clearly making a mockery of mental health and antidepressants, or in language used more often by Mr. Jones, crazy pills. Barely a month and a half after the death of his wife, which was initially ruled a suicide, that Mr. Jones himself said was caused by lowering a 5 milligram dosage of Abilify to 2 milligrams, Mr. Jones finds it okay to make these statements. The post comes just one day after Corbin Hibbert, the oldest son of Crystal, received her cremated remains in an old beat-up box, improperly mailed, through the United States Postal Service. On the day that Corbin received his mother's cremated remains, God bless you, in that manner all the way in New York, he immediately reached out to both me and Dane. I immediately began contacting the proper authorities as well as Charles Evans, one of the funeral home directors that oversaw Crystal's funeral service. It was Mr. Evans who made the promise to me, and my family when Mr. Jones refused to allow the funeral home to divide out her remains and ship Corbin his portion of his mother's remains straight from the funeral home for free, that because of his close friendship with Mr. Jones, due to them both being from the town of Oak Grove, he would be able to convince him to bring the remains back to be properly divided and shipped. Mr. Evans did not hold true to that promise and never made an attempt to get the remains back to the funeral home. This shows yet again the bias of even more people from West Carroll Parish who are trying to protect or justify the actions of Mr. Jones, even though they are shown evidence that clearly shows what he did was wrong. On the same 2 days, the 25th and the 24th and 25th of March, I also reached out to Mr. Josh LeBrun, the other funeral home director who aided in Crystal's funeral services. Mr. LeBrun has let me know that he has known Mr. Jones essentially his entire life, but is not from the town of Oak Grove. His reaction to how Mr. Jones improperly mailed Crystal's remains was both genuine and unbiased in nature. After I saw Mr. Jones's Facebook post, I immediately knew it was directed at me, and I knew that Mr. Evans had called him and told him that I had sent a text about, hold on, there must be this Facebook post. Pull it over and make sure that this is, oh yeah, this one. Okay, I told him that I had sent him the text about how he mailed her remains the prior afternoon. I expressed my disgust with Mr. LeBrun about Mr. Jones making a mockery of mental health after his wife just committed suicide. Mr. LeBrun stated, I don't even discuss Crystal with Charles. I learned that it was a waste of breath. Anything that is said, he will let Mr. Jones know. Relevant information pertain to Mr. Jones, and then there's his dating sites, Plenty of Fish, Match.com. Here's Match.com, right? And then there was also Plenty of Fish and eHarmony. Okay, I'm just looking because some of this stuff I cannot talk about now. This is all about that. Okay, it says, while this document isn't of the utmost legal importance, I did want to include it in the case it was needed to establish any sort of pattern. This document includes evidence that shows the mental state of Crystal as evidenced through quotes, texts, and documents gathered. It also includes documents I found that seemed relevant to the case at the time. Please be advised that some of the documents I found relevant are dated for years prior to 2023, but are relevant to establish any sort of pattern and mindset. The Google account associated with the documents is that Criddle stockpile one. Gmail. Almost 1 year to the date before her death, Crystal conducted a Google search for the term semicolon tattoo. Crystal who is our only sibling without any tattoos because she despised them, did a search for the idea for a semicolon tattoo. In case it's something not everyone knows, a semicolon tattoo is a tattoo of the semicolon punctuation mark, which is used as a message of affirmation and solidarity with those who have dealt with suicide, depression, addiction, and other mental health issues. Crystal was strong. Crystal was ready to put a permanent marking on her body for the first time, and likely only time, to represent her strength in surviving and overcoming everything life threw at her. So this would be this, and when I put this up, I'm going to come and look in the chat just to make sure no one needs anything or I'm not being told anything. Okay, let me just check. Hi, Snow Remover. How are you? Okay. I just wanted to see, make sure that everybody is okay. All right. Back to our document. March 8th of 2022. On this date, Crystal conducted 2 Google searches. Oh, let me see. I don't think I can talk about this either. Let me see. May 30th, 2022. As of this date, Crystal was no longer active in her Google account associated with the Gmail of that Criddle one. All activity ends and she begins logging into an alternate account. My assumption would be that she created the account for the inner peace MAOG, Inner Peace Ma OG, for their karate studio. Mr. Jones still had his personal account at the same address. Then that Crystal did not have access until shortly before her death, which can be evidenced further in this document. Hold on, it's bringing it up. Okay, so it's showing that that was the last activity in that account. Now, September 10th, 2022, from the laptop Mr. Jones gave me, I recovered a saved screenshot that Crystal had taken showing that she was signed out of both of her personal Google accounts and currently signed into both of Mr. Jones's Google accounts, which she signed into on a laptop using the Microsoft Edge browser, and one in which she signed into the Google Chrome browser. Okay. And then on this day of October 11, 2022, the password to the Google account associated with that Inner Peace Ma OG Gmail, which Crystal signed into on the laptop using Microsoft Edge, was changed. This was the Google account that all of Crystal's screenshots that I obtained were backed up to. On December 14th, Crystal tagged Mr. Jones' cell phone location. Oh, I can't talk about this one either, can I? Can I talk about the one about the just about the preferred inn? Can I talk about that one? Because that doesn't say anything about the other thing. Let me see if I can show that. To restart the Streamlabs. Hi there. Hi, Gail. Hold on, I'm on the wrong thing there. let me see if I can talk about the preferred, yeah. And okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about any of the other stuff we talked about. Okay, let me pull that up. So it says, on December 14th, 2022, Crystal tagged Mr. Jones's cell phone location at the Preferred Inn in Bastrop, Louisiana on this day. It is clear to see in the photo in the exhibit below that the screenshot was taken while Crystal was on the phone with someone. At the time, in the upper left-hand corner is a dark green color, which indicates the phone is in use on iPhones. Mr. Jones obviously did not go through extensive lengths to hide his extramarital affairs. Okay. Let me just see if I can show this screenshot. Okay. So here, Tony driving near State Route 2. And there's the Preferred Inn Suites right there. I'm sure he was going on a business meeting. Okay, January 1st, 2023, a screenshot Crystal took of an inspirational quote. Anyone who knew Crystal knew that she only saved quotes that meant something to her. Also listed in exhibit below is a handwritten list of quotes found in Crystal's Google Drive before Mr. Jones changed her password. The handwriting is not Crystal's, but someone knew she loved inspirational quotes. So this one is right here. And this one says, you gotta love yourself so much to the point where the lack of love from others doesn't even bother you. And then somebody wrote these quotes she took a picture of. A few things I've read that I think you'd like or find interesting. Yesterday is today's memory and tomorrow is today's dream. Let today embrace the past with remembrance and the future with longing. Okay, and then it says, if you think you'll lose, you're lost. I'm trying to make this a little bit, bigger. For out in the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. Walter D. White. And then I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Abraham Lincoln. Keep your face to the sunshine and you can't see the shadow. Helen Keller. And then 3 keys to a happy life. Someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to. Elvis Presley, the King. Okay. Then another screenshot that she took of an inspirational quote. Say it with me. I want to make space for everything I deserve, so I'm letting go of everything that's in the way. And then January 8th, 2023, I sent Crystal a picture of her niece, my daughter, and she shared with me a picture of, I don't know if I can do this, let me see. Yeah, I think this is okay. So I sent Crystal a picture of my niece, my daughter, and she shared with me a picture of Hannah getting her driving permit. And then she went on to tell me about the latest situation involving Hannah's biological mother. This is relevant to further prove Mr. Jones only saw Crystal as being in the way, not only when it came to his personal and romantic relationships, but also in the raising of his daughter during their marriage, as evidenced in the exhibit below. The biological mother of his daughter was not allowed around her due to her inability to remain constant and a positive figure in her daughter's life. Mr. Jones constantly put Crystal at the forefront to take the backlash for trying to be Hannah's mama. Just 9 days after the death of Crystal, not only did Hannah have her very own Facebook page, but she was also now friends with her biological mother, as well as her aunt, who just finished serving a prison sentence for being found guilty in the death of her infant child many years ago. Mr. Jones also became Facebook friends with the two of them and can be seen in a public Facebook post joking back and forth as if they have been forever friends. It is obvious that Crystal was only in Mr. Jones's way of living a much different life than what Crystal thought they had planned together. He did not see her as a wife or as an equal. Okay, so there's some stuff there, but I don't. January 17, 2023, just 23 days before her death, Crystal texted me to tell me that her oldest son, my nephew Corbin, and his fiancée were pregnant with their first child. She was going to be a grandmother to her first biological grandchild, and she was elated. Tony's response was not as happy, and we talked about this before, but he said how the added expense, right? How expensive that's going to be. January 28th, 2023, Crystal took a picture of passing an exam for her education course she enrolled in with a score of 96, as well as a picture of her certificate of completion. So let's look at this. Okay, here's the course, 96, and then this over here, get over there. That is not, hold on a minute. That is not that. Let me see. Where did I just have that? Right here. Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to get this over here. Yikes. There we go. There's the completion of the certificate. Okay, print certificate of completion. So yeah, that's the completion certificate there. And then on January 28th, another screenshot Crystal took of a quote. This quote that she saved just 12 days before her death gives the impression of a person with a good outlook on life and a future. And that would be this one over here. It's a beautiful day to stop dwelling on things you can't control there. January 29th, pictures Crystal took of groceries, very organized and neat in her cabinets. Organizing was one of Crystal's most favorite things to do, and it made her very happy. There. And there's another one coming up. Right there. Okay, and then let's see. February 1st, 2023, Crystal received an email congratulating her on successfully completing an education course she had taken. Crystal was returning back to work as an insurance agent and was working towards being more certified than she had ever been. So this is an email there. Dear Crystal Jones, congratulations, you have successfully completed the education course indicated on the enclosed certificate of completion. Next steps, and then we sincerely hope you choose WebCE for your professional education needs. Okay. And that is it for the timeline. Now, let me see about the other things that we have. Let's see. Okay. Not sure what this one. I've got to look at something here. What I can. Now this. Oh, I can't see this well. Go back here. Okay, this police report. This is the this one has the update with the I received an email firearms report. So I'm not sure if this is, hold on. Okay, let me just see what this is. Here's the firearm stuff. And this is what, okay, here's something that I want to show. Just one second, let me see. Oh, I can just. Let me just try to get this down here. Don't want to do it? Okay. All right, let's look at this. This is what was talked about earlier, but you can see it now. Okay, here for yourself. The North Louisiana Criminalistics Laboratory and and in the parentheses, it's supposed to be where the piece of evidence comes from. So the one sealed box containing the 9mm Ruger pistol comes from, here's the house address. Then one sealed envelope containing test fires from the pistol in item 1. Then 02 is one sealed bag containing one fired 9mm cartridge case. And look, that wasn't found at the house because it's listing the sheriff's office. And then one sealed plastic bag containing one bullet, and then it's saying from the wall behind the bed, again at the home address. The evidence in items 1, 2, and 3 was analyzed by physical and microscopic examination. The fired 9mm cartridge case in item 2 was determined to have been fired in the 9mm Ruger pistol, model EC9, serial number, blah, blah, blah. The bullet in item 3 was determined to have been fired from the 9mm Ruger pistol, and item 1A was used for comparison. Okay, let's see what this is. These are some notes here about Alan Irby has known Tony for several years, did not know Tony's wife. Tony called at 8 a.m. on 2/9/23. Tony was leaving his house. He arrived at 8:45 at Darren's, left about 9:45. Darren Billings' numbers, and then this says this is Alan Irby, chief, the place is, okay, this is when he was taking the statement for Tony, and this is all the transcript, and we've already gone over that, so I'm just trying to see what else is over here. Okay. Let me go over this way and see what else we have, because there was I want the Google Dropbox, so hold on. Yeah, not the Google Dropbox, the Google Drive. Okay. Trying to find one thing I want to get in here. Trying to find the toxicology, and I know it was in here. It was in the Dropbox. Okay. Folder shared with me. I think this might be the one. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, let me pull this up. Download. No, that's not it. I need to download this one. All right, let me just pull this over because I just don't know why this is not. Why is this not giving me the... I just want to be able to pull this up. And now I feel like that lady. Now I feel like that DA that I... What's up with this? Okay, so here's the NMS Labs toxicology report. Okay, positive findings. Caffeine, presumptive positive. Then alprazolam, Xanax, 5.0 ng over ml. And then you've got sertraline, 190 ng over ml, and desmethylsertraline, 580 ng over ml. Topiramate, 2600 ng over ml, and diphenhydramine, 280 over ng ml. Says it was post-mortem expanded with vitreous alcohol confirmation blood forensic, clear top PT with preservative, clear top PT with preservative, red stopper glass tube, white cap plastic container. All sample volume weights or approximate specimens were received on 2/15. Analysis and reporting limits, it's that desmethylsertraline, 20 ng over ml, sertraline, 10 ng over ml. Analysis by high performance liquid chromatography, tandem mass spectrometry, topiramate, 200 ng over ml. And then test diphenhydramine, confirmation blood, heart blood. Analysis by high performance liquid chromatography, tandem mass spectrometry. Diphenhydramine, 50 ng over ml. Post-mortem expanded with vitreous alcohol confirmation blood, forensic heart blood. Analysis by enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, ELISA. Okay, for barbiturates, it looks like barbiturates 0.40 mcg over ml, gabapentin 5.0 mcg over ml, cannabinoids 10 ng over ml, salicylates 120 mcg over ml. Analysis by headspace gas chromatography for acetone, 5.0 mg over dl, ethanol, 10 mg over dl, isopropanol, 5 milligrams over dl, and methanol, 10 milligrams over dl. And it says that by high performance chromatography, time of mass spectrometry, the following is a general list of analyte classes included in this screen. The detection of any specific analyte is concentration dependent. Note, not all analytes in each specific analyte class are included. Some specific analytes outside of these classes are also included. For a detailed list of all analytes and reporting limits, please contact NMS Labs. Amphetamines, anticonvulsants, antidepressants, antihistamines, antipsychotics, benzodiazepines, CNS stimulants, cocaine, metabolites, hallucinogens, hypnosedatives, muscle relaxants, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents, opiates, and opioids. Okay, so let me go back to you guys. That's everything they tested for, yes. So, is there anything else? Do you want to come up? Do you want to call in and say anything? Are you able to now? Let me know. Or is there anything else that I should show that I haven't shown? Can you let me know, Jana? I'll just wait and look at the chat and see. Hi, Nelson. I think that's all. I don't think the letter from the state police is in there. Okay. Your trip to Washington in May of 2024. Okay, when are you going to Washington in what date are you going? Is it in the group? Let me look in the group. Let me see what I have over there. Hold on, I'm trying to get to that and see if there's anything in there. Okay, let's see. I'll share. So there's something here we'll share real quick. So a benefit drive, $10 barbecue chicken plates, prize giveaways, justice for Crystal McCrory Jones, TM and Dad's Saturday, February 8th. Donations appreciated. So that is something. Crystal Justice for Benefit Drive. And trying to see if you have anything on your May. Bless you. Okay, I don't see anything in there related to what the two things you just said. Let me go and look in media just real quick. Okay, so yeah, I'm not. Okay, so I will. Let's see, and let me see. Let me go over here. Okay, you already went to Washington. Oh yeah, yes, I didn't mention that when you went with Ray Andraccio. I thought you said 2025 you were going. I'm sorry, did I say 2024? I thought you were going again. You tried to get them involved when the billboards went up. Yeah, but you should really contact Ray Andraccio's attorney and see if they can recommend somebody for you. You can share anything from the group. Okay. Is there anything that, do you want to come up and say anything, or, you know, let me know if you do. Texted Ray today and she's, okay, good. Hi, Vapor, how are you? So, you've contacted them too, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get people to take notice of things. Oh no, you did an amazing job. Oh, thank you. I hope I did, and hoped I can help somehow. But I don't know what else. So now, does he still live in the area? Does he still live in the same house? That's what I'm wondering. Does he still live in the same house? Or has he moved? He does. He still lives in that house. Okay. And there, you know what I was wondering? There's not anything, are there any message boards or anything around on Reddit or something talking about any type of instances in that town of you know what I mean, of stuff going on there? Oh, he has a new fiance? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, he has a new fiance. I see. He's engaged to be married. Okay. Huh. And he has, how many children does he have? living with him and his fiance? Does he just have the one daughter, or? I've had a lot of people reach out and say they're scared of the sheriff. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, he has two that live at home? Okay. Where was the second child the day that he picked the daughter up from school? Is the second child older and doesn't live at home? But you don't live that far away, right? No. No, that's her sister. Is who the sheriff's daughter? No, that's Crystal. The woman on the just the daughter at home. Okay. And can I ask you, did he ever give the ashes? What's the update with the ashes? Has he ever handed those over? Okay, Slam. He kept the ashes, all of them. Really? And the sons can't petition for them somehow? And is it true that you, I mean, not did I hear correctly that when you went to go and get her address for the funeral home, that he had her clothing packed up? Is that correct? The oldest son got a small, tiny portion. Wow. Okay. And then the karate school closed down. Yes, all clothes were packed up, and that was just a few days after, right? Yeah, the cremains were mailed illegally. Yeah, I heard that. And all the clothing and was it gone out of the house? That you were not able to get it? Four days later. Wow. Crazy. So what did he do with her what did he do with her vehicle and everything? Did he sell all that stuff? What did he do with her clothes? Next Sunday, I think it's this Sunday, right? Vapor's doing a memorial to commemorate second year in heaven. Okay. Yeah, a lot of us have already subscribed to Vapor. He gave the vehicle to his daughter. Okay. And you don't know what he did with all of her clothing? Huh. Did he give you anything else of hers? Like, I don't know, photo albums or anything that she might have had from when, like, what about her children's baby pictures and stuff? I mean, he had locks of hair, yeah. And you don't know where he has her ashes, right? You did get photo album and baby books. Okay, good. Well, that's good that you got those. How old is he? How old is this guy, Tony Jones? How old is he? You even offered to pay for them, and he won't even respond? He's 46, and is his fiance somebody that is from that same town, or is somebody that he met on one of these dating sites? $47. How old is the new fiance here? I wonder how old she is. If you have any questions, guys, put them up. I don't know if you saw my question about the dominant hand thing before, earlier. They met on Facebook. Oh, okay. Dating, Facebook dating, around the same age. Okay. And from that same town, or she moved in from somewhere else? I wonder. I wonder. She was predominantly right-handed, right? But the reason you think that the gun was fired with her left hand is because the way it entered and exited, right? And they had the gun right in her dominant hand, but you still believe it was not fired from the dominant hand. Is that correct? She's about an hour away, I see. I don't know if you're familiar, Jana, with the Chris Watts case, but my very good friend Sandra Rusak is the mother of Shanann Watts, the pregnant woman that was killed by Christopher Watts, and two little granddaughters were killed by Christopher Watts, their father. And I was talking to her today about this case, and she wanted me to let you know that there's a prayer that she says all the time is God, bring forth the demons and let them throw their lies out on the floor. She said that for 3 days before, when Chris confessed. And she's told you to do the same. Yeah, she's a very good friend of mine. She's actually going to be teaching a crochet tutorial on Thursday here. 9 o'clock, I think, is what we have it set for. Yeah. Stop in and, yeah. But whatever's done in the dark comes to light sooner or later. It will all be seen. It's all be seen. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Great. Appreciate it very much. And we'll check out Vapor. I don't know if I know we put a link in last night. I don't know where Vapor is, so I can grab a link. Let me see. Let me go up. Oh, here's Vapor. All right, this is go to channel. Let's see. Copy link address. That should be the link that I'm going to put in now. Should be the link to Vapor's channel. So if you want to subscribe, they're going to be doing a memorial on Sunday. Right there, that link that I just put in there is to Vapor. And check that out. Hi, cute kitty kitty. How are you? And then I guess, let's see, what time is it? I have about an hour before my next live. So what I think I'm going to do is get off. When we come back on in about an hour, I'm going to discuss the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni hearing that took place today. I'm going to talk about the new lawsuit against Jody Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke by an ex-client. And then we're going to talk about what happened today in the trial of Monica Cementilli, who's on trial for the murder of her husband, Fabio Cementilli. You're trying to finish the next part in the series. Okay, Vapor, well, we'll check you out on Sunday, definitely. Check it out. And everybody, thank you so much for coming in tonight. Please share this video so that it gets as much exposure as possible, and share it anywhere you can, whether it's your Facebook page or a Reddit group you're in or a Facebook group you're in that allows that or something like that. That would be great, wonderful, terrific. Okay, and I'll see you in just about an hour. I'll see you, hopefully. Come on back. All right, thank you. God bless and prayers, and I'll see you very soon. All right, everybody, take care, and I've got to go to the other one to end this. Here we go.